How's it going? Dave from Comic Book Investments. So, I got some stuff back from CGC. Some pretty good stuff. Man, I got hammered on all the moderns again. I'm telling you, I'm not liking their grading on moderns. It's just no fun. No fun at all. Um, but yeah, I got some good stuff. Also, I did my 10K video. I'm going to do a giveaway. I might do it tomorrow. Um, because I was gonna do it next week, but next week I'm just gonna be so slammed with a bunch of other stuff that I think I'll do it on Thursday. Right? Today's Wednesday, so I think I'll do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do a live video like I always do with these giveaways, and then I'll message the person that they won. Yes, if you got a message by me, it was like a bot. YouTube is full of these scam bots. Like they'll steal my picture and steal names similar to mine, like comic book investor instead of investments, like stuff like that. Sometimes they even use my name, but they don't know my last name, so they'll be like David, some random last name. Sorry for that. I didn't know that was going to happen. I tried to delete all of them. I think I got most of them. But yeah, so in future giveaways, I'm gonna try to get it on my website. So you shouldn't have to worry about any YouTube bots whatsoever. So it'll be like kind of like, you go to the website and you'll click a button, you'll say enter, and you'll automatically be entered. Be a lot easier that way. Yeah, so let's get into the stuff that I got. Got some cool stuff. Got this alter ego number 7. So this really isn't affiliated with Fawcett Comics or DC Comics. It came out in 64, and at this point, if you don't know, Fawcett Comics got sued under the sun by DC Comics to the point where they had to close down and bye-bye Captain Marvel. And DC hadn't, I don't know if they bought all the rights or how exactly it worked out, but this was that in-between time, and so this is Black Adam. His first appearance was Marvel Family number 1, his only appearance, and then he appeared here on this alter ego number 7. So is it licensed? I don't know, because at the same time, he didn't really exist on Fawcett, and he didn't exist on DC yet. So kind of, a lot of people think so. And I thought it'd be 9294. Got the 94 up for $39.99. Yes, $4,000. The last one sold was a 96. This is the second highest grade. Last one sold was for 40. It was 96 sold for like I think 45 or somewhere around there, 4,500 for just recently. And these are pretty rare and this high of grade. More rare, more expensive. Usually how it goes. And that Black Adam movie looks fantastic. Spider-Man 15. This is the first appearance of Kraven the Hunter. Thought it'd be 2.5. Got 2.5. $11.99. That book, the Kraven book's cooled off a little bit, but it'll heat back up again when there's more things going on. Make sure you guys can see this. First Morbius. I thought it'd be an 8.0. Got an 8.5. So happy there. What is this? 1759. Also have an 8.0 for 1349. Like this isn't everything I got back. I get way more than this. I listed it on the website. It's already up on the website, collectorscomics.com. But I don't actually list it to eBay until Saturday. So whoever signed up to the website, get first pick. All right. Oops, this one's next. Got to keep these in order. All right. This is cool. Old Golden Age. Batman 18. Thought it'd be 2.0. Got a 3.0. Happy there. $24.99. It's got Hitler on the cover. Those are always very desired. You're too far away. All right. This book was pretty hot for a while. It has recently calmed down a lot. Batman 13. I thought it'd be a 9.6, got a 9.4, so 4.19. But after looking at it, yeah, it's a 9.4. First Falcon, right here. This one, I thought it'd be an 8.0. I got a 6.5, $5.99. The reason why is because I guess I either must have not noticed there's like this little like cut right here that I guess I didn't really notice. So, no fun. This book. Now this book over here. Trying to get them stacked correctly. This book, super rare. Whoa, I almost dropped it. A John Marita cover, like back in the day. One of the last Captain America comics. Cool. There we go. Number 77. I thought it'd be 4 or 5, got a 4.0, so it's, right around there. $34.99. There has been zero. Take that back. There's been one. I was about to say there's been 0 sales in the last year of this, but the last sale, only one, within 2 years was, I forget, like a lower grade. Literally, this book never pops up, ever. Super rare. Cow Puncher. I really don't understand why you would name a comic Cow Puncher. It must be an old Western thing that I'm not aware of. I don't know. If you guys know what Cow Puncher means, is it some like Western thing that like died back in like the early 1900s, like some kind of catchphrase or something? I have no idea what it means. Thought it would be a 6.0, got a 5.0, so not good there. $8.59. If I disagree with any of the grades I get, I always look them over again. I'm like, okay, I could see, understandable. And then I just, if it's something I still disagree with, I'll send it back in and try again. Crack Comics number 2, 4, 5, got a 5.0, $11.99. Nothing special about this book other than it's number 2. This one, the gods have shined upon old David and Spider-Man over here. Section 119. I mean, nothing special about the book itself, but I thought it was a 7.0. Came back a 9.2, as you can see. That is incredible. $5,000. I think it's second highest grade. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's either second or third highest grade. I think there's only one of each. Like if it's third highest grade, there's only 196, 194, and I think 192, which is right here. Super rare Batman stuff. Pretty cool. Massive. I'm trying to think why I thought it was a 7.0. I think what it is there's like some color like fading, and I thought maybe that might have been like a defect on the book, but it might have just been badly printed. I'm not really sure. Like I look at it and I can see it. You wouldn't be able to see it unless you had like, you're looking at a person. But there's like this faded dottiness of the colors. And I thought that might have been like a sign of, to me, because it's mostly just on the blue. You don't really see it down here. You only see it up here, not down here. So I don't know. I think that's what, by the way, all these comics, they're graded twice. They're graded by me and they're graded by my brother. We both thought the same thing. He thought it was a little higher than I did, but yeah. So just, I guess they didn't think the same. It's kind of like the whole thing with like, if I own CGC, I wouldn't grade staining as hard as they do. It's like, it has like if the stain, like the book's still there, it just like, it looks discolored because there's like brown little squiggly lines going through from the water staining. But they like hammer staining, like destroy a book with staining. To me, it's not that big of a deal. All right, we got Exciting Comics 33. There's a Hitler appearance. He is not on the cover. I thought it'd be 4.0. What did we get? We got a 4.5, $14.99. Cool cover. Ghost Comics number 1. That'd be 4.5, got a 4.5, $15.99. Like me and my brother grade all these, and we're usually pretty close. We're usually like half a point off, right? If he usually it's like we either say it's both a 4, or maybe I'll say it's a 4.5. He thinks it's a 4, or vice versa. And then usually CGC is like right up next to where we are. Like normal, other than that detective, most of the times it's slightly off or on, kind of like we thought. Lawbreakers, Suspensor. I love this cover. I've had it a couple times. I put it in my like top 100 best horror covers. The girl's like screaming, or she's gonna like gasping or whatever, and this little troll-looking man over here says like, "Don't worry, no one can hear you scream or call. No one can call for help downstairs because I cut their tongues out." And he has a handful of tongues with a bloody knife. Great cover. That's fantastic horror cover. I thought it'd be a 2.0 as a 1.8. I mean, it's detached covers. There's a lot like going on that's wrong with this. But the thing is, it's not really going to. There's a big like gash through it on the back. A gash goes up there. What is that? Probably like 3 or so inches. It's definitely low grade for sure. But I mean, it's complete. 1,999. Love that cover. I've had the book. I think this is my third time having it. This one was really good. You know, I thought this would be an 8.0. Got an 8.5. So happy there. 14.99. And oops, we still got these over here. Oh, and I forgot one that belonged in this stack. This is a cool cover. It's like a skull cover. What is this? Gangsters Can't Win. I thought it'd be 5.0. Got a 5.0. 1999. So all these right here were all, what's it called? Like standards. So this is like the higher end stuff. I think it's like, I don't remember the price range off the top of my head, but basically it's like 500 to like 1,200 or something like that. Is like kind of, so it's like a little bit higher quality. It's going to be faster, higher quality grading, faster turnaround time, stuff like that. This stuff is the modern stuff. This was like okay, but I sent in a stack of Usagi number ones and a couple some X-Men's that are moderns. All terrible, all of them. I think 2 were better than I was hoping, and like 2 were like right what I was thinking, and then the rest were just terrible. Like not just like this one. It's like, oh, like normally when I'm grading, it's like, and you get the better graders, it's like, oh, I call this a 7. They might call it 6.5, or they might call it 7.5, or they might go right on 7. It's always like really close to what I'm calling it as, right? But these moderns, it's like, oh, I call it 9.4, 8.0, and it's like, and they're so cheap, they're not worth resending, because if I resend them in, I'm gonna spend like $25, $30 regrading it, and it just eats into those profits again. And it's just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And it's not just like, it's literally the entire sheet of stuff I sent is just like off by like a ton. And it's just like, it's like, what are you gonna do? That's what I'm saying. Like modern graders right now is this terrible? Is this terrible? I've been doing this for almost 15 years. I know when they're tight. Like literally, it's almost to the point where I'm like, I'm just gonna send all our moderns like standards. Might as well, because I mean, think how much money I'm losing just because they're terrible at grading and they're all over the place. You know, it was like when I send these in, everything's always like pretty close to what I think it is. Me and my brother both grade these books, and then we send them. Then it's just like, oh, this is so bad. And I guarantee you, if they're new, CGC is like grade terrible first, or grade like really strict, because it's better than giving 9.8s to everything, because that's gonna be bad. But if you give them like, if the book's like a 9.2 and you just give it an 8.0, well, that person will eventually send it in again, or someone else will crack it out and send it again. Yeah. This is bad. This is bad. All around. Not fun. There's nothing you can do about it. Like if it was like this tier of book, right? If it was like $1,000 book, it's like, oh, it's worth cracking out and resending. And, you know, I have some. Some of them I disagree with the grade. There was a Marvel feature number 1. I graded it a 9.2 to 9.4. My brother graded it a 9.0 to 9.2. It got an 8.5. And I'm like, well, the difference from an 8.5 to even like a 9.0 is like $300. So it's definitely worth sending. And so we're going to crack it out and send it back in. All right. Aliens, number 1. Thought it would be a 9.6. Got a 9.6. First printing, 5.29. I just like this cover. Superman cover. 306. I thought it'd be 96994, 129. Also like this cover. I never knew why this book wasn't more expensive. It's the two goblins fighting. Although, like, I don't really like Todd McFarlane's drawing of Green Goblin there. 312. Thought it'd be 98, got 96. Telling you, moderns. This one is, what is this one? 273. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. This is like a modern book. I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, did I miss something? I'm looking at this book again. And I'm like, okay, this book is super nice. I can't, there's nothing I'm seeing that would warrant this grade. It must be either I'm blind and I'm not seeing anything, or there really isn't anything. So that's an 8.5. You know how I graded it? 9.6 to 9.8. You know my brother graded it? 9.6. It's not worth resending though at this point. Because if it comes back a 9.6, I mean, I put it up for $29. This is $29. This book, I'm looking at it again, literally right now. Unless there's something I'm not literally seeing, it's got, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 spine ticks. Little blunting on the top corner. Little blunting on the bottom corner. Like, to me, this looks like a 9.6. It just does. I'm looking at this 100 times over and over, and it just looks like, unless there's like, maybe there's like a stain on a page that I didn't see or something like that. I mean, I'm not going to crack it out, check. I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is the kind of crap that I have to deal with. Like, I'm like, I don't know what they're seeing that I am not. I really don't. And it's not like, oh, it's just one random book out of the blue. No, literally, I have a whole stack over there of like that kind of stuff. And it's just like, well, I can't resend it. I think this book, if it was like a 9.6, it's like under $100. It's like $80 or something like that. And it's like, okay, so I spent another $25, waited another 6 months to a year for it to come back to possibly, maybe make, $20, $30, maybe. What if it comes back a 9.2 or a 9.4? Okay, well, now I just lost money again, and it's all to send it back. It's just like risk reward. It's not there. It's just insane to me. I'm looking everywhere. Is there like this crease that like a super minor that I'm not, but it's an 8.5. So it'd have to be something that's actually like a spine split or like an 8.5, like to go down from what I'm seeing as like a 9.6 to, I have literally seen 9.8s worse than this. That's why I said 9.6 and 9.8. Like, maybe in a perfect world I get a 9.8, but it's a 9.6. I am beside myself on how ridiculous this is. There's got to be something wrong with it, that I am like a stain or like a massive tear on a page on the inside or something. This is what I'm talking about. This is just straight up ridiculous. It is. I cannot say enough about it. It makes me upset because literally it's this tons of, and it'd be one thing if like I send in a bunch of books like this modern stuff and I get like kind of like that detective. Oh wow, but that was a good thing. But it's like you get like one like this, like what? This is a 9.6, and then it's just like I don't know why I got an 8.5. And it'd be one thing if it's like one or two books, but when it's literally the entire box is like that, like either A, I'm a terrible grader, which I'm pretty spot on with anything that's not modern, or maybe there's something wrong with them. And I think there's something wrong with them. It's these new graders. And I was talking to other people and like, oh, I got all great stuff. And I'm like, well, yeah, there's Also, they probably have like 10 modern graders. I don't know. I don't know how many they have, but I guarantee you they don't have one person. And so it's like maybe I'm getting Jim and he's grading all this stuff and he's grading all terribly. And then the person over there is getting Paul, and Paul's just like, 9/8 for days or grading it correctly. So you never know who you're getting. You never know what kind of day they're having. Maybe it's towards the end of the shift and they just wanted to go home because they wanted to make their mac and cheese and watch Moon Knight. Maybe that's why. And they're like, oh my gosh, I have to get through this another stack. Maybe they're goofing around at work, hanging out with their coworkers. And then the boss comes and says, hey, you need to grade 100 of these before you leave. And they're like, ugh. Yep. Okay, done. I don't know. That's what I feel like it is. Because this is ridiculous. Straight up ridiculous. And to keep the thing in the Black Knight, you did get a 9/8. Same batch. I called this a 9/6. I called this a 9/6, and they gave it a 9/8. All right, so we'll compare. Okay. All right, we go. Remember I said the other one had like 5 spine ticks, a little blunting on top and bottom. Okay, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spine ticks. And these spine ticks look worse than those spine ticks. Blunting on the bottom, but this blunting on the bottom and the other one is way worse. Not way, but just worse. Blunting on the top is about equal. Back looks nice. Okay. So we got about the same amount of spine ticks on both of these. Same amount of spine ticks. I would say these are a little bit longer and a little more color broken. But let's just say they're equal. This top and this top corner, both equally bad. This bottom corner is definitely worse. 9/8. 8/5. Let me show you this again. 8/5. 9/8. I just looked it over myself. I'm literally looking at it. I can't look at it anymore because every time it just makes me more mad. It is ridiculous. That's all I can say. Just plain ridiculous. But what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? I probably got, who did I say? This one's Paul. Paul's the good guy. You want Paul. Who's this one? Jim. Oh, he's terrible. You don't want Jim. Jim is the terrible grader. I got Paul on this one. So, he was having a nice day. He got done with all his work early and he had all this time to kill. And then Jim was behind because he's slacking off at work, not grading anything. And then here comes the boss like, yo, dude, you're going to get fired. And he's like, Paul, I'm going to get fired. Please help me grade a few more books. And he's like, sure, I will take this one from your hands and grade it. 9/8, there, done. And that goes to me. And then here's, where is it? Jim, terrible grader, just rushing through, big old stack. See, don't be like Jim. Be like Paul. Have a good day.